These were prescribed by Master Nick's personal psychiatrist, Dr. Gesund. The label details the type of medication, recommended dosage, and a contact number for the good doctor.
This is the head-shrinking doctor. How may I assist you?
I beg your pardon, I was trying to reach a Dr. Gesund.
Ja, speaking. Dr. Gesund at your service.
In England?
Terribly sorry about that. I've been brushing up on my German accent, you know. Seems I'm taken much more seriously when people believe I'm German for some reason. How may I help you?
Good morning, Willikins the butler here. I should like to request sanity paperwork for Nick of Nick Hall, if I may. Please and thank you.
Nick of Nick Hall, is it? Well, I can't give that information to the likes of you, of course.
Ah, yes, medical ethics.
What? No, because you're a lowly servant. However, as it happens, I issued just such a certificate to the patient's only surviving relative.
Right, thank you. Miss Petunia, terribly sorry to interrupt.
I never mind being interrupted by the likes of you, you strapping young thing.
Yes, rather. I was wondering if you might know anything about a certification issued by Master Nick's psychiatrist.
Terribly sorry, wondering if I might. Cool, try a little decisiveness once in a while, boy. It'd make you much more attractive to the ladies.
First of all, Mum, I'm not interested in women.
Married to the job, eh?
That was going to be second, yes.
I'm afraid I can't help you then. Now, bugger off. There's a good lad.
Just hurry up and get through this, Willikins. It's for the greater good. Just lie back and think of England. Good morning, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, is it?
That and so much more. I scarcely have the words to fully quantify your loveliness, my dear.
Well, perhaps you'd have learned them if you hadn't gone to bloody Cambridge.
Indeed. So, my lovely, would it be too out of line to request a very small favour from the most stunningly gorgeous creature I've ever laid eyes on?
Oh, well, I suppose not. But you'll have to do something for me.
Name it and it's yours. Anything for you.
Oh, give us a little turn round.
I beg your pardon?
Just give us a good look at the whole package, if you gets my meaning. Nice and slow.
Very well.
Ooh, delightful! That one's going in the old WB, I can assure you.
WB, Mum?
The second word is bank. First word rhymes with that. Now let's see. I hid that paper some time ago for young Nick's own protection, and I wrote down where I hid it on this paper. Here you are, dear.
This appears to be in some sort of code.
Yes, that's right. I used a decoder ring I got from an American cartoon show I rather fancy. Unfortunately, I lost that ring, so you'll have to get another. but that shouldn't be too difficult for the likes of you.
I wouldn't have expected you to be a fan of American cartoon programs, miss.
What you don't know about me could fill a bloody town, boy. Now, bugger off. I'm done with you now, and I've important business to attend to here.
It's stuck on the channel that tells you what's on the other channels that aren't this one. Until someone can get out and fix the satellite aerial, I'm afraid this is our only option.
Well then, go out and bloody fix it already.
Columbine, that's too soon.
Master Nick's latest ill-conceived project, one in a series, collect them all,
Forget-me-nots.
is his so-called hedge maze of doom. These are the plans for Phase 2. By Stage 6, I believe the intention is to incorporate the whole of England into one massive, impassable maze. So, we all have that to look forward to, I suppose.
Going, obviously. Violets after dinner parties, and they're not blue, they're bloody violet.
Much of this plan has yet to be incorporated, so this is useless as a map until the bloody thing is completed. Which, assuming this goes as Master Nick's other projects are gone, it never will be.
Passages.
I say, might I have a word with you, please?
Of course, Mr. Willikins. Apologies for the noise. So I was just studying for my botany final. What can I do for you?
What is it that you're working on here, miss?
Why, Master Nick's Hedge Maze of Doom, of course. The plans are posted on the garden shed over there. Now, if you wouldn't mind, sir, I must get back to my work. There's much to be done. Poppies are... well, they're lovely, aren't they? And roses... I don't think roses hold any particular symbolic meaning whatsoever.
That's not a drawer, it's just painted on. It opens and it closes. Around here, that counts as dual purpose. I'll just draw myself a straight path to the center of the maze. And that's center and not center, obviously.
What's this then?
Just some amendments to your ever-expanding hedge maze project, sir.
I don't remember signing off on these.
No, sir, you're signing off on them now.
Am I? Oh, it would appear that I am. Ah, spotted, Willikins.
Indeed, sir.
Daffodils, those for the heroism.
Would you please come out again so I can speak with you?
What can I do for you?
Master Nick has approved these changes for a hedge maze, miss.
Oh, so he has. I'll get started on this right away then.
Oh my. Good heavens, the girl's a natural.
There we are. Precisely to his lordship's specifications.
Who knew so much of this job would involve having to plug things in?
There! We've gathered the 5 components for the Professor's machine from the 5 corners of the globe. Now we can finally stop Baron Malevolent!
Meow!
What is it, Astrocat?
Meow!
Oh no! A deadly dick bat!
Hey kids, join the Sarcasters. You get all this cool stuff, including a nifty decoder ring. It's easy and it's fun.
Well, good. Now I can order myself a collectible keepsake from that children's cartoon. God, I hope none of my classmates from Cambridge can see what I've made of my life.
Welcome to Sarkasteer Central, home of Dottie Patrol and our exciting one-of-a-kind decoder ring.
Didn't I speak with you earlier today?
Not unless you dialed 999. Wait, is that Willikins? Hello again, this is Beryl.
Are you the only telephone operator in England?
Cool, it feels that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Rather. Now then, I'd like to order...
A decoder ring? I guessed it was that, since that's the only thing we sell here. According to our records, we already sent one of those to a Petunia of Nick Hall some time ago. Were you looking for a free replacement to be sent to the same address?
Yes, that would work nicely, thank you.
Righto. We'll get that in the post via the fastest means we have available.
No need. I'm certain it'll be in our post box by the time I make it all the way out there. Master Nick insisted that we spare the postman the strain of having to walk all the way up to the hall. Clearly this isn't a concern when it comes to the likes of me, however. Anyway, thanks. Goodbye. Ah, this would appear to be the all-important decoder ring upon which my entire day now hinges for some inexplicable reason. The note says that Master Nick's sanity certificate is in the library portion of his drawing room, inside the book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Very Big Fish. Ah, finally, official documentation of Master Nick's sanity. That's all 4 of Clever Roose's rather condescending puzzle pieces found. I suppose I should phone him now and be condescended to further.
You've reached Clever Ruse?
Yes, hello, this is Willikins the butler, from Nick Hall.
Yes? You must be very proud.
We spoke earlier at length. You came here and told me what evidence I'd need to present in order to solve the murder that took place earlier today.
Oh, yes, of course. You've located that evidence, then.
More or less, yes.
And said evidence exonerates your lord and master?
As far as you know, yes.
Excellent. I shall be there momentarily. Meet me at the scene of the crime.
Very good. Obviously, some of this evidence paints Master Nick in a, shall we say, less than innocent light. But I think I can accidentally omit those details when presenting it to Mr. Roos.
Excellent work, chap. Top notch. Couldn't have done it better myself.
You didn't.
Yes, but now comes the most important bit. Assembling this data into an official Clever Ruse information packet for easy consumption, processing, and adaptation into various forms of highly lucrative media.
So you're going to take the hard work I've done, scrawl your name at the top, and take credit for the whole thing.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Is it? Explain it to me then.
No time for that. I have an important call to make. I shall be in this adjoining room here, not to be disturbed.
Who does he think he is, ordering me about like that?
That's my job!
Off I go! What was that code we'd agreed upon for when someone we don't want hanging about is hanging about? Well, I can't remember it either. That's why I asked you. Don't forget it. The point is, someone is in the room now, and I can't say anything. Yes, I have all the evidence that clears Lord Nick's name. No, I didn't need to lift a finger. I convinced the idiot butler to do it for me. He's quite the idiot, and also extremely ugly.
Well, that's just hurtful.
And get this, he actually believed I was affiliated with law enforcement. Didn't ask to see a single credential. Ugly idiot. Of course I'm going to bugger down the loo. What better way to destroy the evidence, assuring his inevitable execution, and then I shall have unfettered access to those bearer bonds. No, I don't know what they are, but I know they're valuable. Something to do with the war, I think. Anyway, that's my sinister plan. But look at me dominating the conversation. How have you been? I see. Yes. Oh, and how is Uncle Alfie? Still dead, then?
Good heavens, I must call emergency services immediately.
Emergency services, how may I direct your call?
Hello, I wonder if I might... Wait a minute, that's not Beryl, is it?
Oh, well spotted, sir. I can see from our display that you're calling from a rather posh mansion, so you may not comprehend this. But working folk are entitled to a day off once in a while. We are, despite the way you lot treat us, human.
Yes, of course. As the personal servant to a rather difficult master,
Are you taking the piss, sir?
I beg your pardon?
We ain't servants. We've no use for that archaic class-based nonsense here. Now, what was it that you wanted?
I must speak with Detective Inspector Bobby at once.
A servant speak to an inspector? Not on my watch, sir. D.I. Bobby is much too busy to waste her time on the likes of you.
Really, this is rather urgent.
Well, if it's so bloody urgent, I'm sure your master will have no trouble phoning back.
Well, that was a real roller coaster of class politics. Suppose I'll have to convince Master Nick to phone for the inspector. Sir, if you would, the authorities require an authority to convince them to return to the hall, and I suppose that means you. Sir, are you in there? Master Nick? Hello?
Willikins, why would you think I'd be in bed? I'm in the kitchen. Butter yourself down here at once. Willikins, where the hell have you been?
I was about to ask you the same question, sir. Although I may not have phrased it quite so aggressively, depending on how I was feeling at the moment.
I was lying in my bed wondering why I was feeling so bloody peckish when I realized you never actually fed me today. So, at considerable risk to my person, I came down here to see if we were somehow out of food. Not only did I discover that we were not, which therefore means you're just as lazy as I always suspected you to be, but I also found the hole in a state that I can only describe as a complete disaster.
Yes, sir, only I have been devoting considerable time and energy to clearing you of these murder charges. And to that end, I need you to phone the police at, as you would say, Wumps.
Ah, no you don't. I'm not lifting a bloody finger for you until you answer for this mess. Starting with this room here, the food laboratory?
The kitchen, sir.
Right, that thing. Now, I know you were down here at least twice today, and as far as I can tell, you just sort of wandered away without preparing me any food. Why did you do that? Where's my food? And most importantly, why did you do that?
Because I'm a rubbish butler.
Go on.
Who is terrible at everything.
Correct. Now to the wine cellar for further admonishments.
Oh, good.
Now then, I very generously granted you this personal living space when you wouldn't stop grumbling about sharing a kennel with my little dog Willikins.
Extremely generous of you, yes, sir.
And now I see that you converted it to a bloody swimming hole. We're not zoned for that, Willikins. Explain yourself.
Because I'm literally the most worthless, thick-headed soul to ever draw breath.
Got it in one. Or possibly two. I can't be asked to count. Right, now it's on to the front garden.
Sir, this all seems a bit needlessly complicated.
It would seem that way to you, wouldn't it? And now we come to this. You do realise that is meant to be a hedge maze of doom, don't you, Willikins? Only now there's this obvious gaping hole in the thing that any idiot could easily escape from. Possibly even you.
Because I'm a jerk, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir. A complete knee-biter.
There, that wasn't so hard, now was it?
Humiliating myself 3 times in a row? No, sir, that's just a typical day here at Nick Hall.
Too right. Now, what pointless thing was it that you wanted me to do?
I need you to phone the police, sir. It turns out that clever Roos fellow is attempting to scam us.
What, like in that movie where that bloke's head exploded?
No, sir, that's scanners.
What, like the Hulk's secret identity?
No, sir, that's Bruce Banner.
What, that trolley little man what's always on Hollywood squares?
No, sir, that's Bruce Valanche.
What, like my 4th favourite flavour of Dorito?
I don't believe Dorito is spelled that way, sir, but no, that's Cool Ranch.
What, like when Marge Simpson had a mental breakdown?
No, sir, that's Rancho Relaxo.
Constable Bobby returned to Nick Hall, whereupon she was regaled with an accounting of the true events that unfolded that fateful morning.
There I was, sequestered in my chambers. Willikins had ruined my brekkie twice and was almost certainly about to muck it up again. I got bored waiting for his inevitable failure, so I ventured downstairs of my own renaissance.
Sir, don't you mean recognizance?
No, there I met Errol, who, in keeping with tradition, was stealing my newspaper to have a look at the page 4 girl.
Surely you mean the page 6 girl?
No! Unfortunately, before I could forthwith and heretofore arrive upon the scene in question, Willikins had got there first.
But, sir, I was clearly in the kitchen.
Not you, my little dog, Willikins.
You have a dog called Willikins. Doesn't that get confusing?
Not to me.
Him.
Apparently, Errol was not expecting the presence of a personage of the canine persuasion and, startled, stumbled backwards, impaling himself on my commemorative garden schlam. Impaling himself fatally to death until he died. And since I didn't want the authorities taking my little dog away, I hid him up here. The end.
That all makes perfect sense, sir, but there's one thing.
Ah, no you don't. The murder is solved and I'm innocent. Don't you go all Columbo on me now.
It's a fair call. Unfortunately, we shall now have to bring someone else in for questioning.
Ah, yes, the so-called detective, Cleverous.
What? Who? Never heard of him. I meant the dog. You, my little murdering fellow, are coming with me.
Oh no!
Will Nick's dog be executed for murder? Was the vast majority of this game actually a pointless waste of everyone's time? And what of poor Errol?
Still dead.
I'm actually not sure why I'm asking these questions, because the story is over now. Roll credits!